I was out day drinking a couple months ago and hooked up with this guy. Ended up getting an STD.
First of all, you're stupid.
I went and got it cleared up, but I keep getting it back, which means I gave it to my husband. And
operator, Big Sarge is a true gentleman.
Yo!
Every move he makes, he's got constant streaks on lock.
Yo, fams, what is happening? Listen, I am BigSargeTheGentleman, Mr. O.M.G. That stands for the older military gentleman. Tell a friend to tell a friend, the gentleman is back at it again. Smash that subscribe button. Listen, you see the title, you see the thumbnail. With nothing else left to say.
My name is Carla. How are you?
as good as that can be, I guess.
You want to tell me a secret?
Okay, so I was out day drinking a couple months ago and hooked up with this guy. Ended up getting an STD. I went and got it cleared up, but I keep getting it back, which means I gave it to my husband.
Y'all know how we start these videos.
It is time to stop the fuckery. It is time to stop the fuckery.
And now I have to tell him so he can get rid of it so I can get rid of it.
Ooh, what STD was it?
Trichomania.
You said chlamydia?
No, trichomania.
Oh, chicken. Okay.
Trichomania.
Okay.
Does it even matter what STD it was?
Okay.
I don't even
Oh,
know what that is. This is the first time I've ever even heard of it when I got it.
That's
Dr.
borderline.
Bezos here.
Yeah, it's Dr. Ice here. So I'm gonna tell you what you've been diagnosed with. You've been diagnosed with trichomania. That's borderline chlamydia. But you also been diagnosed with double dipping. You heard? But we
Double
not here to
dipping.
judge you though. Honestly, we not here to judge you. You know what I'm saying? But
Don't worry, we are. Stop sleeping with.
how do you? Who do you feel in your heart you got it from? Like,
it had to be that day drinking guy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the day drinking guy.
What kind of silly question is that? If she didn't have the whole time she's been with her husband, why would you think that it would be him? Come on, fam. I need you to smarten up now.
Do you have that guy's number? Is there a way to contact him or no?
I don't have his number. I mean, if I see his face, I can recognize him, but
Do you know how embarrassing this statement is that she just made? Pretty much the man who had to protect and provide for you had to jump through hoops to make you his wife. And you just go out there and just let anybody run inside you raw. You don't get a name, a number, or nothing. Listen, y'all, this all our girl right here. This ain't even homeboy wife no more. She all our girl. Plain and simple. So if you see her and him together, you just let him know she all our girl.
it was really just a random on a bad day.
How are you going to tell your husband?
I don't know yet. I'm going to tell him because, like, I keep coming back, so I have to tell him. I'm just going to tell him that I got STD and that I need him to go get tested so that I can get rid of it.
Are you delusional? Do you suffer from a mental illness?
Maybe you should tell him it was dormant and then
you gotta tell him though.
That's what I was thinking, because that's what they said. They were like, you could have had it for a long time. I mean, I've only been married for a year and a half.
Tell her chill while you all in his grill. Don't you know that man killed? That's your bitch while she paging him. Keep praising him, cause that's J and M.
If I hold her hand, in fact, I diss her. I'm a bolder man.
Looking in his eye. Oh, is that your bitch?
But that's a long time for something to be dormant. So
Oh, okay. I just did some research for you, right? How can you get trichomania, whatever, if no one cheats? And it says that you can actually get it through extensive literature. It shows that you can actually get it through towels and toilet seats and from swimming pools.
All the things you could have been using your brain power for. You're really trying to give her an out for passing her husband an STD.
I mean, we both do work at a pretty nasty smoke shop with a bathroom that nobody wants to touch. But even still, if I'm being honest with myself, I gotta know where it came from. So
And you need to let him know because as a man, he ain't going for the toilet seat. I got it from the toilet seat bag. Like he ain't having that.
He's definitely not going to believe you if you try to say that.
I don't believe it. So I already know.
Maybe you should set somebody up to cheat with him.
What is wrong with Angela Yee? She is talking as if though she is 16 or 18 years old. This woman is in her mid-40s talking this way. Come on now. Just tell the lady, be honest. And whatever consequences come from it, congratulations. It is your actions that set all this forward. Day drinking, running raw, passing the STD.
Ooh.
And
Absolutely not. He's so sweet, I'm telling you. He wouldn't even go for it.
I'm kidding. All right. Well, good luck, because we don't want you to have to keep getting an STD. Or maybe you could get the medication for him and crush it up and put it in his drink.
I thought about that, and I actually did it because, listen, I got...
What the F? Gentlemen, be careful out there. Ladies, I'm going to go ahead and pass this to you also. Be careful out there. Instead of being honest and being accountable, you're going to crush up the medicine and put it into this man's drink instead of just saying, I did it. Insane.
Treated for it before and got rid of it. I keep getting it back. So the first time I got treated for it, I was telling my best friend, and we were trying to figure out how to give him the medicine without him knowing. So whenever they gave me the medicine, I called the doctor back, and I told him it made me sick, and I threw it all up, and they had to send me another dose. So I have an extra dose, but I don't know how to give it to him.
You know what's crazy? I was kidding, and you really considered
That's why I was laughing. I'm like, that's crazy.
Welcome to 2024, gents. These are your wives.
Going through this for like a month now, so I've been thinking of every angle.
Hey, no, look, before you leave though, one last thing. Another way you can get that is like having sex without showering. Like say you and your husband, y'all gotta shower before y'all have sex. You can get trichomania that way. So maybe you should just tell them like, baby, honestly, I think from here on out, we both need to just shower before we have sex, because I got trichomania and I believe you have it too. So now we need to take this medicine.
Heck no. Come on, brother. You ain't no better than Angela Yee right now. You doing the same thing she did, just in a different package. Come on, fam. Hold her accountable. Tell your husband. Be truthful.
There you go. Wham.
I don't trust Vezzo.
I'm going to slide it right in there, believe me.
All right, well, guess what? Good luck to you, but it feels like here you might have to end up being honest, huh?
Yeah, I'm going to bite it, so.
All right. Well, they do have greeting cards you can give people, like announcing.
A greeting card. Hello, it's trichomania. No, I'm sorry.
All right, well, thank you for calling and sharing.
Fam, I'm going to let you know ahead of time. Your wife ain't yours no more. She all our girl. She let him run in her raw. No protection needed. And then she come back home and bring it to you. This all our girl, man. Don't even worry about it. And if you ever hear this, fam, if you offended, it's quite okay. But still, she all our girl. Listen, it's 2024 and we'll be single no more. And with that one right there, ladies and gents, have a great night. Until the next time, Big Sarge the Gentleman, I'm out here. Peace, peace, and peace.
God. If you spit my mouth right now, you gonna have to leave this home and me right though.
And basically what happened was, back when I was 17 years old, I got involved with a consensual friendship with someone. It was one of those types of situations, and then after a while, she came up and she told me she was pregnant. I stepped up and said, okay, I'll be a father, to the child.
A woman's lie is like, it's your baby.
Is that?
This is your baby, okay? He's just light-skinned.
But I don't care what this baby's name is. This baby is rice-skinned, but not light-skinned. That is a white child. That is Caucasian from the mountains of Caucasus. That is a Slavic baby, a Viking from Iceland. That baby got 730 as a credit rating right now as an infant.
Smooth operator, Big Sarge is a true gentleman.
Yo!
Every move he makes, he's got constant streaks on lock.
Yo, fams, what is happening? Listen, I am Big Sarge the Gentleman, Mr. O.M.G. That stands for the older military gentleman. Tell a friend to tell a friend, the gentleman is back at it again. Smash that subscribe button. You see the title, you see the thumbnail. Gentlemen, come here. Let me tell you something. Stop idolizing these celebrities. I want to make sure that we're very clear on what I mean by this. Now listen, we can use them as learning lessons, or you can be unwise and do the same things that they do. So real quick, we're going to take a look at Mr. Finesse 2x2. Sorry, y'all, I'm a little bit older. I've covered him in other videos. But however, let's see what's going on with him in his life and his drama and his baby mamas. Look at that, I could have been a rapper. Where my check at? Where my deal at? Stop playing with me around here. This video comes from my fam and them, Grover and them at the Tip Network. Make sure y'all go subscribe and like his and their channel. All right, listen. With nothing else left to say.
Nashville, they have passed or about to pass a law where women cannot just put people's name on birth certificates no more.
Well, thank
In
God.
order for the father to be proven, you have to have a DNA test.
Now, that's a good thing, gentlemen. Pay attention.
All these are going to have vaginal proof of purchase from now on. And I'm sure there's a lot of you who are proud to be those who have destroyed lives because you feel like your life is bad. You want to try to mess somebody else's life up. Listen, now that you're going to have to prove who the father is before you can claim the father. I think they should add penalties for if you have two guys test and both of them ain't the guy.
Now, that's funny right there. We'll call it the Maury penalty.
You can't get no help with your baby. You ain't your baby. Ain't. A lot of y'all, boy, that is like a bag of Doritos at a party. Everybody.
And they never talk about those bras. I used to hate seeing that on those shows when they let the.
But if you don't know who your child's father is,
that's.
You and your child should be poor and struggling, and life should go bad for you.
Poor kid.
That's terrible right there.
If you don't know who the child's father is, that vagina is toxic, and toxicities are coming out of it. We should not support toxicities. There's a lot.
He almost sound like Bill Cosby in the pudding commercial.
A lot of girls, you think they bull. They really don't know who their baby daddy is. They slept with so many people.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But you should get 2 tries. If you don't know by the second try,
Those Maury people when they were
get your game of life.
God.
Get out of civilization. Raise your baby in the woods so it can learn how to hunt.
Then again, as the ladies say, they like the bear, so I can see this possibility being a real thing.
If you don't know who your child father is after the second try, she tried to destroy you.
All social media, that's what I meant when I said I didn't know, because I didn't know. I know what I did with that person. And I knew that in my mind, I'm like, okay, so this Rick baby, I'm not.
Gentlemen, like I said, this is the part where I need y'all to really grab your, and when you hear a woman is having your baby, it's okay to say, I need a DNA test. It's not the fact that you quote unquote don't believe her. It's just the fact that you need to make sure with 100% or 99.9% that this is going to be your little person that you're raising, not somebody else's.
I'm not down that in my mind because I know what happened with, the other person I was dealing with.
Are you delusional? Do you suffer from a mental illness?
I speak very fluent Huron.
They gonna fan the side. That's what I'm talking about.
So, yeah, it's a lot. So anyway, that's what I meant when I said I didn't know when he.
So I told my mama that. So my mama was like, why don't you just go and do a test? I was like, I don't know, because I feel bad, because I feel like I'm the daddy. Like,
I feel bad because I feel like I'm the daddy. What kind of messed up, unfather-like, being able to grab your manhood and say, you know what, we're going to do a DNA test because you had a baby, I had a baby, I got a lot of money, and I'm pretty sure you're trying to extract some of this money. Stop following these celebrities.
I feel like I feel bad. Like, I want it to be mine. It'll be devastating. So she was like, well, Rick.
See, and here's the funny part. I know y'all gonna be like, Sarge, stop pausing this so much. Calm down. Did you just hear what he said? He wanted to be the dad. This is where a lot of you gentlemen get mixed up. So many of y'all want to be fathers, but you guys are being fathers to kids that are not yours. Let me commend you guys. Congratulations on wanting to be fathers. But make sure you're a father to a kid who shares your genetic DNA code. So then that way you're raising the next generation to greatness.
You gotta find out. So I'm like, all right, well,
When he texted me, when he texted me the DNA test, he texted me that before his mama went live. I mean, before his mama posted that and did all that, he had already sent it to me. So that's when I texted and I was just like, damn, like.
Listen, this is some old mama's going live. Okay, come on, man. Where's Big Mama at? That's right, Big Mama doesn't exist anymore.
I didn't know, because I really didn't. I didn't name my baby after you thinking that this is your, I didn't do all of that stuff thinking that this wasn't your baby.
Paying a payment off. All of these bitches ain't shit, but they stay pregnant.
Stupid. Let just be, see, that's the thing. Y'all don't want to feel shame. So y'all rather just say who y'all, the father is this, or you don't know who the father is or whatever. Y'all rather just be quiet and let it go under the rug, whatever. You don't want to talk about it. But how about, why don't just snitch on yourself?
How he supposedly got 2 girls pregnant at the same time. It was a gag. So 2-time confronts Nia, and then Nia's like, oh, I didn't know, this, that, and the third.
I swear, this is like days of our life. Y'all be so caught up in these dramas. Y'all know everything from start to beginning.
And then I see the picture of the baby. Girl, gotta be an exact match. You feel me? It don't gotta be an exact match. But some things aren't lining up.
So I was reading that this young man slumped over and died right after reading the DNA results that the son that he's been taking care of for all this long does not belong to him. This was after he caught his wife cheating on him with a younger man through Snapchat video.
You do. That's shameful. Because once again, these guys really want to be fathers, and this is how they get treated. Okay.
Because I did it for one of my other babies before. I did it for Vanessa, and it came back mine. So I'm like, Mom, you do it. I don't even want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm already transitioning and, you know what I'm saying, a man coming from my old ways and shit when I was young. But anyway.
Mom, you do it. Come on, fam. Fam, this is your baby. Stop relying on your mama to do your stuff. This is manhood. If you put penis in vagina and sperm comes out and you get someone potentially pregnant, I need you to be able to have the manhood enough to say, let me go ahead and make sure and see if this is my kid or not. Don't push this off on your mama. This is for you.
So running the street finesse 2 times, that's not your baby. That's what you get.
And in other news.
Is she excited that it's not his baby? Because I don't know if you know it. If it's not his baby, he doesn't have to worry about child support. Okay, I guess this is how we doing it nowadays. All right.
Are all your children yours? Working with a guy now, father of 4, discovered his youngest child is not his.
So Mom do take care of the business. She swabbed the baby, swabbed herself. She sent it. So boom, when the tests come back, I tell the bitch.
2 guys call in. They work at DNA testing centers.
I'm sorry, gentlemen. I don't know what he said except for his mom swabbed the baby.
One guy had to quit. One guy still works there. He told me 40% of the children are not the man's child. 40%. 40%. He said 40%.
Somebody call Maury.
It's usually
make DNA testing
it's
mandatory.
HB 2699 that did remove a 5-year statute of limitations to challenge and acknowledgement of paternity on the basis of fraud. So basically, they clearing up the fraud.
That's crazy because there's so much fraud running rampant that they had to enact a law.
They need to clean these hoes up. These hoes have tainted the world out here, opening ass up like a Venus flytrap.
Yeah.
Look at bitch could be punished for lying. Goddammit, almost every bitch in Tennessee will be in jail.
It's where the woman.
My Chicago people go so hard in the paint. I swear, Corey, listen. My Chicago folks. That's all I'm gonna say. My Chicago folks. No, my Chicago peoples. Cause listen, you gotta watch out how you say peoples and folks. Where I'm from. My Chicago fam. There we go. That's better.
The person's getting a DNA test because the woman claims that is their child. Turns out it's not. The other one is where the parent is on a deathbed and makes a confession. Or they need they need a liver transplant, blood transfusion, and the blood type, there's no way that can actually be the father. So then they find out that because of medical reasons, you mean that's not my father? Then the father finds out from that way. He said it took such a toll on him.
Just imagine you've been raising a kid for all these years, and this kid that's yours, that you think is yours, really needs your help. And you're there to give almost anything within your body to make sure that your kid has the ability to live. And you come to find out that it's not even your kid. And you can't help him because you're not related.
That he could no longer do it because he would be sitting on the phone counseling the men and the grown children.
And basically what happened was, back when I was 17 years old, I got involved with a consensual friendship with someone. It was one of those types of situations. And then, you know, after a while, she came up and she told me she was pregnant.
You see how, Mr. Chet, see, this is how you know you be coming of age. Morris Chestnut didn't say, listen, I had a jump off, I had a little thing I was hitting, you know, I had a situationship. No. He showed class. He said, listen, it was a friend, it was consensual, and this is what we did. Gentlemen, listen, there are different stages in your life, and there's different ways when you talk and when you speak about certain situations and circumstances. Take a note from Mr. Chestnut's playbook.
You know, I stepped up and said, okay, I'll be a father, you know, to the child.
Oh, no, not that part. Oh, okay, not that part of it, but just the speaking aspect of it.
But he says that I left after Boys in the Hood came out. Then I just all of a sudden up and left and got another family. But that's not what happened. Basically what happened was she put the baby on me. And then all of a sudden...
Put the baby on me.
I did get Boys in the Hood and the movie came out. But this time that we broke up, instead of it just being a regular breakup, I'm getting hit with a paternity suit.
Yeah, trap.
Yeah, now
paternity trap, suites. Oh my gosh, the lawyers getting involved, the whole nine.
Movie style. Yeah, exactly. So now, you know, she's hit me with a suit. Her and her mother lawyered up or whatever, and then I had to do the same thing, and it came out that I was not the father of the child.
See, just would have played your role correctly. You could have had this man for 18 to 21 years. Until he figured out that, hey, maybe I should be smart enough to go ahead and get a DNA test on this kid. See, you ran for the easy money. And now you just have no money.
They finna start coming at hoes for lying about who the daddy is.
It's about time. That's
Your put gonna get you locked up finally instead of rewarded.
My Chicago fam.
You will be discarded in the prisons of hell, you scandalous skanks.
Bill Cosby, okay, hitting with the bill.
That's gonna be a happy day when bitch go to jail for lying about who the daddy is.
I'll be there. I want to be on that jury.
What if they start getting gas chamber? I'll be all my days off. I'm gonna be sitting there with popcorn.
Make sure you put that baby in there with her. That's
leave the baby.
Come on, man, y'all be doing too much. Stop. We ain't putting no kids in there now.
Be out of it. It can be adopted.
Greetings, you polite savages, and welcome to another Tip Talk.
Okay, you know, fam, getting ready to come through and drop some gems. Pay attention, fams.
Want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Ladies, gentlemen, and polite savages, we are now about to embark on a journey sure to anger feminists and modern women alike. The only thing we can do is guarantee to tell you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth as we see it. So there's nothing else left to do but get on into it. Are you ready? Let's go. Paternity fraud is something that will cross every man's mind at one point in his lifetime, whether it's your friends, your family members, or even yourself. And women never really think about this because one thing that is guaranteed that if a woman has a child, she will be related to them.
That's true. Mama's baby, Papa's maybe.
They never thought of the possibility of living your life in a house and being the only person related to yourself in a house.
That's insane. Only person that's related to yourself in a house.
Because if a woman is having children from different men and shackling you with that responsibility, then guess what? You're fighting a battle all by yourself, because she's never ever going to have a deeper connection with you than her children. And if she didn't respect you enough to not cheat on you, if she didn't respect you enough to let you know that there was a possibility that that child wasn't yours, well, how do you think she's gonna treat you?
I'm like, listen, I seen her say nothing, I ain't put nothing on no social media. I ain't do none of it.
See, now that's good. You not putting your business all on social media like that. That's some gentlemanly stuff right there.
Putting her no, I tell her, I said, all right, look, this is what it is. Like, this a grandmother and a grandchild paternity test. Like, so a DNA test. Like, so this is not like a father and daughter. Like, they just saying to see is they related in a kind of way. It's saying on this paper that they not related.
You know, it almost sounds as if though he's trying to give her an out. As far as saying, hey man, listen, I'm just letting you know I didn't do it, but my mama did it. But we don't share DNA, so if the baby's not related to my mama, the baby can be related to me. Okay, Mr. Two Times, I hear you, Mr. Two Times.
So
First child, Mr. Willis, you are not.
That's what I figured.
No, oh, that's no, Willis. That's.
Hey, listen, I'm not gonna lie. Come on, man. We too old at this stage right here. At this stage right here, you go ahead and just lick your wounds and your losses, and you keep it moving. You've already raised kids. You got grandkids and everything.
That's wrong. That's wrong. Second child. That's got to be. It's a mistake. Mr. Willis, you are not the father. You are reading someone else's file. This can't be true.
I have a mailman and a plumber.
Child 3, Mr. Willis. I pray and I hope. But you are not the father. Oh my God!
And don't.
Now we're not supposed to laugh at this, but these are two old people. At this age right here, if you DNA testing, either you trying to leave or you trying to get something up out of it, because the kids are already grown, the grandkids are probably grown, you probably on your deathbed. If you had any ideas that those kids wasn't yours, you waited way too long because you're too far invested. You got to see this to the end. You're going to be like, Sarge, what do you mean? No, listen. You have to see this to the end. Sarge, what are you doing? Too late, man. Come on. Stop. That's all I'm going to tell you. Stop.
On a stack of Bibles. Start speaking in tongues. She'll start having out-of-body experiences, so upset that you had the audacity, the timidity to question her resolve and her dedication to the situation. But when it really comes down to it, when someone's going through all of these problems not to prove something, you know they have something to hide, not something to prove. You dig?
We dig.
So who the
I don't understand. I really don't understand. So it's not your ex's, it's not his. It was no one else. Had
to be.
It was no one else.
It has to be somebody else.
That's crazy. I mean, now don't get me wrong. Can mix-ups happen in life? Absolutely. But if we do this 2-3 times and we get these tests over again and again and again, and it still shows the fact that you are not the father, stop it. Just be completely honest and say, listen, you're right. You got me. You caught me. It's somebody else's. It's not yours. I don't know whose it is. I was having, what they say, a H season with a OE. I was having one of those seasons, and I don't know. One night, it just happened. Okay.
Got to be somebody.
It has to be one other person at least. Obviously, you have some thinking to do.
That's crazy when the judge tells you have some thinking to do about who you let inside your body.
Because there is at least one other man that could potentially be your child's father. If you're saying you have no idea.
The truth is that all of us will feel vulnerable at one time or another seeing a child being born. And you can never ask.
I'm not gonna lie, that is the greatest thing that you will ever see as a man. I don't care what anyone tells you. When you're there and you see this baby that you think is yours being pulled out of a living human being, and you hear his first cry, and you look at it, and in your mind you already process, this is my living legacy. This is my DNA. I'm going to be the greatest father in the world for this kid. You're right. You are at your most vulnerable state because you know whatever you do from this day forth has potential to help this kid to be something great, or you have the potential to damage this kid as a father.
And no matter how rich and famous you are not immune to the chicanery. You can fall victim and fall prey to an unscrupulous woman who was sleeping with multiple men at the same time, but because you are the best option will try to shackle you with the child. And they always have the same thing that they say when the child is born. I did not know.
That's funny. I didn't know that this baby was not yours, even though I was sleeping with this guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy. But yes, congratulations. You are definitely the best option because you're going to be the most responsible one. Gentlemen, pay attention.
But you knew it was a possibility, and you refused to go squash the entire issue by just going and getting that test because you refuse to understand that putting a passing of a genetic material on the wrong person, ma'am, this is fraud.
Correct. That is fraud. You should not be putting babies on people who the baby doesn't belong to. Allow that other man that ability to raise his kid because evidently he put this genetic material inside you and you carried it to term. So congratulations. Tell that man and say, hey man, listen, this is yours and you have the ultimate responsibility in raising this little person.
Point blank, period. And not knowing and ignorance of the situation is absolutely no excuse because you knew that you were dealing with multiple men at one time. And ma'am, now you must pay the piper.
After a lot of spit, more than you'd suspect, and the click of a mouse, I found out the truth. My dad was not actually my biological dad.
All right, gentlemen, pay attention. Pay attention.
And just like that, he became a part of the 1 to 3% of men who think that they're the father of their child.
Now we know that number's off.
But they're actually not.
You see, when a system actually works for someone, they never want to change it. So ladies are never going to say mandatory paternity test or anything of that nature because it works for them. It's that simple. You see, if it didn't work for them, they would be screaming at the top of their lungs, like a lot of ladies do about the patriarchy or income inequality. They would be talking about it ad nauseum, over and over and over again. You would never hear the end of it, but since it's something that benefits them, silence.
Woman's lie is like, it's your baby.
Now that's funny. Okay, so you've seen the video. The question is, are you getting ready to get yourself trapped also? Or do you actually believe in DNA testing? Are you going to look at your significant other, whether it be your wife, your girlfriend, a young lady you's having relations with, and look at her and say, you know what, listen, as much as I love you, like you, or don't know you, I need a DNA test. Can you stand strong in your convictions? Listen, if not, you'll do as everyone else that we just seen in the video. Congratulations to 18 to 21 years of financial support for a kid that's possibly not yours. Listen, it's 2024 and we'll be single no more. And with that one right there, ladies and gents, have a great night. Until the next time, Big Sarge the Gentleman, I'm out here. Peace, peace, and peace.
If you could give a single girl some dating advice, what would you say to her? Just bang them all.
There are women, and this is no disrespect, but no women in their 60s getting BBLs.
I'm 50 years old, and I don't see why I can't be with a man that is 40.
We need black men. We are the most educated demographic in this country right now. We have started more business than any demographic in this country right now. We're doing great.
As a woman, if you're married, single, whatever, if your man is not paying every bill in that house, do whatever you want. If you don't feel like you can help out with me and my kid, then we don't have anything to talk about. Time. Block.
Smooth operator, Big Sarge is a true gentleman.
Yo!
Every move he makes, he's got constant streaks on lock.
Yo, fams, what is happening? Listen, I am Big Sarge the Gentleman, Mr. O.M.G. That stands for the Older Military Gentleman. Tell a friend to tell a friend, the gentleman is back at it again. Smash that subscribe button with nothing else left to say.
Gents, this may not surprise you. Older women are struggling when it comes to dating and finding love.
What would you say the hardest thing about going through a divorce at 44 is?
Trying to figure out how I'm going to start my life again. It's hard.
Was the relationship like 10 years plus or?
Yes.
What's your outlook on going back into the world single?
It's dire. It doesn't look good.
So I just got stood up. He hasn't called. He hasn't said a word. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have dinner all by my beautiful black self.
I think I'm pretty cute.
Yo, he wrong for that. He didn't have to put that clip in there. But as we can see, It's not looking very good.
But nobody ever hits on me. I'm not expecting anybody to pay my bills or pay for my dinner, but nobody ever hits on me. So there just aren't any confident men. I know how hard it is for you guys to approach women, so I appreciate it. I don't know. What do I do?
I just got off the phone with my friend and she's like, I'm done. I stopped dating 3 years ago. You didn't get the memo? I'm done. I'm better off alone. I have my job. I'm financially secure. I have my house. My only child is an adult and I'm healthy. I don't need problems in my life.
And I need you. And I miss you.
I'm not done dating.
Uh-oh. You know what that means, gents. That's maintenance man time all the time. Where you at? Go fix them pipes.
Dating because I'm done with men. I still like men. I still want one for myself, but I'm not going to be actively dating. Person that I'm looking for is also looking for me and I run into them. Great. But if not, I'm done.
I am 41 years old.
I don't think it works like that, but okay.
Single, without kids, living in a van outside my mom's house.
This is my mom. Mom, you happy that I'm moving next door?
Hell no!
For some reason, I decided to look up my college boyfriend. I, on the other hand, am sitting in a park right now in my pajamas, having just gotten my coffee. I don't really want to go home, so I'm avoiding my responsibilities as long as possible. Yeah, I think maybe he dodged a bullet with me.
I'm afraid. Now, you know that's messed up when a woman actively admits that college boyfriend is doing much better not being with her. That's crazy.
She has a point.
I'm 53. It has been several years. Where are all the good men? I'm tired of being alone. I want to share my life with someone. I am just freaking tired. Why is it so hard to find your person? I think that ship has sailed, don't you?
Oh man, it's gonna be a good one. We can already tell. Shout out to TSG. I found out he was a military man, so absolutely. Thank you for your service, brother.
What up, gents? Welcome to TSG Uncut. I'm your host, Sean C. I remember when I was growing up, I always thought of older women as having grace, wisdom, and class. The older women in my family were strong, beautiful black women. What I didn't know was all of the drama and the toxic family history that other people had with the women in their families. And modern women today are going down the exact same path, maybe even worse. Today we're going to look at why older women are struggling to find love, how their past behavior has led to their present loneliness, and what older women can do to find love that nobody is talking about or willing to tell them. We have a lot to talk about today. So with that being said, let's get started.
See, this is what I like to see right here. It sounds like he has a game plan and he's looking to help. Come on now, see, the problem is y'all always think that God's coming out here to bash y'all instead of saying, listen, there's a way for you not to be lonely anymore. Be quiet and listen. We're willing to help.
We start off today by looking at the struggles that older women have in the dating market. It's usually the choices that they made when they were younger affects why they're single or going to be single in their older ages.
We don't need black men. We are the most educated demographic in this country right now. We have started more business than any demographic in this country right now. We're doing great. We don't need anyone.
That's so shameful right there. That's the problem. You get confused wants and needs. It's okay. You can just be by yourself then.
Never want to date you anyway.
Can't ask any of the male contacts then for money. Yes, it is time. Block, 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 block. The wax lady, your hairstylist, your landlord, your phone bill. Payment method is not good morning.
If you don't feel like you can help out with me and my kid, then we don't have anything to talk about.
Aha! A trick!
So men don't.
I love it. I love it. I love it so much. They're letting you guys know that you guys are just tricks. That you guys are here to just pay bills and just give them money. Gentlemen, don't become tricks.
Like me, they like to look at me, but once I start talking, it's a different story.
Sit down and shut up.
So what do? I continue talking.
Nobody wants that.
If a man believes that you'll never leave him, that means it's time for you to leave him.
That's terrible advice.
If you could give a single girl some dating advice, what would you say to her? Just bang them all.
Oh, I'm a nasty motherfucker.
Bang them all because men are so immature.
Yes. Ladies, listen. You are very useful to the group. And you become recreational status. But a lot of times you put yourselves in those statuses, just like she just said right here.
You're not gonna lock anyone down. Don't even start thinking yet about the husband stuff. But keep an eye out for the good ones in your college until you're kind of like older and you're ready to like settle down with a boy. Yeah, and call that guy up, like that one you had your eyes on.
And there it is.
If he ain't paying all them bills, he can't say nothing. Nothing, because he's just a roommate. You as a woman, if you're married, single, whatever, if your man is not paying every bill in that house, do whatever you want.
I don't care if you're a whore or not a whore. I never called you one. Let's be very clear.
That's sprinkle.
See, there we go, gents. They are literally showing you that they don't have that kind of care for you anymore. That pretty much, listen, if you're not tricking you ain't the right one for them.
Lady gonna have y'all single forever. Stop trying to be a mean girl when dating. Tell me where that's gotten y'all.
I divorced my husband because I was making a certain amount of money. I divorced my husband because I thought I didn't need him anymore. I divorced my husband because I had this senior position at work and thought I held the same position at home. I divorced my husband because I thought I was better than him because I had my degree now. I divorced my husband because I thought a successful marriage meant I was here and he was down here.
No, you are so dumb. You are really dumb.
My ex-husband, who we got divorced in December, but continued to, for some reason, see each other through January, got in a relationship with a woman at the end of February, and I just found out he got married already.
As they would say, that dude cold. Listen, he ain't wasting no time. He said, listen, I'm done. It was good while it lasted. Where's my next wife at?
My husband is kidney failure, and I've had the best news ever. His sons have taken a test to see if they're a match for Jeremy's kidneys, and they're not, which is amazing. But the reason they're not is because Jeremy's not actually their real dad. So this is like the best news ever. He doesn't need to know, but this might finally get off. You might have a heart attack in this time.
A few moments later.
I've spent 17 years of my life with an elderly man who smelled like cabbage, just to be told I've got nothing in the will, nothing, and he was worth £33 million.
I guess after that DNA test came back, he said, listen, nobody gets anything. We're going to give it to the cats and the dogs.
I have wasted my life with a geriatric coffin dodger. You ain't shit.
We're in our prime now. Niggas get in their prime as they get older. The more money they get, the more they could be in their prime.
Feel free to hate on me. Sit back there and say my hair ain't luxurious when you know it is, bitch.
Women are not like that. When you start looking dried up, you ran through, like, what can you do with yourself?
Listen, that's a bitter reality that most women are starting now to understand. Gents, take care of yourselves though too at the same time. Don't be a person with a ton of money and you just on death's door.
I'm playing. So you can be a trophy bitch at 40.
Stop the cap.
A lot of women want to be younger.
Here I come. Oh, here I come.
So you have 40-year-old women and 46-year-old women trying to look like and act like the 23-year-old. And there are women, and this is no disrespect, but no women in their 60s getting BBLs. Like,
You're goddamn right I did.
What is happening? What are we doing? So how can a woman who's 23 trust your leadership if you're trying to look like her?
Yo, now that was fire right there, because that is true. Just like I'm not out there with skinny jeans on trying to compete with these younger dudes in their 20s. Nah, I'm unking them. Ladies, please, if you are an older woman, middle-aged woman, older woman, don't do the things these young girls are doing. Let them do that. You had your time.
Watch out now. To be able to have a good time, have fun, and still be able to be respected for the woman that I truly am.
Yes, I want it all.
What she just said is flat out crazy. What you clapping for? You want to go out here, turn up. Then you want to go somewhere with the man and have prayer.
She belongs to the streets. Is a woman at
Now that's one time that Steve Harvey man just got it right.
25 and a man at 25, do they have the same market value? No. Oh, okay. Whose market value is higher?
For the dating market or marriage?
Sexual marketplace. A 21-year-old woman and a 21-year-old man. Who has a higher sexual marketplace value?
The woman.
25-year-old man and a 25-year-old woman. Who has a higher sexual marketplace value?
The woman again.
A 30-year-old woman and a 30-year-old man. Who has a higher sexual marketplace value?
The man.
The 35-year-old man and a 35-year-old woman. Who has a higher sexual marketplace value?
The man.
And as I keep going in 5-year increments, will women ever overtake a man's sexual marketplace value?
Not in the long term, no.
No.
You know that sucks right there. Because you only get this window where when you are a man, the window becomes a little bit different and it's a lot longer. Gents, take care of yourself.
Like, that's not fucking fair.
I am 50 years old.
Yeah.
And I don't see why I can't be with a man that is 40 years old. She's never been married.
Right.
She's never had children.
Right.
She also believes she looks good and is in shape.
Right.
She should be able to date a man that's 40 years old because that's what she wants.
Okay.
No, she can absolutely date a man that's 40 years old. But at the same time, you better believe that that man that's 40 years old has a plethora of options that are available to him. He can date a woman 50. He can date a woman 30. He can date a woman 40. He can date a woman in their 20s. It's just different at this level.
And my response to that is, there's nothing sexy, appealing, attractive about 50 when I'm 40. Like, there's nothing attractive about that.
Got him! Got him!
All right, so that's the video. So the question is, gentlemen, do these older women actually have a chance? Is there a sense of redemption that they might be able to get? Or is it just done? Now, I'm going to be honest. I'm an optimist, right? I'm not a burn the house down type person. I'm going to go ahead and say, as older women get older, they must find older men. So that way they are PYT. Because if you're in your 40s and you date someone in their 60s, oh, you hot to them. If you in your 50s, you got a guy in his 70s, oh, you a pretty thing to him. But it's different if you in your 50s, you trying to get a guy in his 30s. Don't get me wrong. Oh, a guy in their 30s, they about that life. But at the same time, may not be the life that you talking about. So yeah, so gents, hey, listen, leave it in the comment section. But at the same time, I want to hear your thoughts on this. Listen, it's 2020, 25, time to find you a vibe. And with that one right there, ladies and gents, have a great night. Until the next time, Big Sarge the Gentleman, I'm out here. Peace, peace, and peace.
At 53, I'm more likely on the clearance rack than anything else.
I'm an independent woman. I own my own business. I work hard. Dating in your 50s on these, dating sites and apps is like trying to figure out the friggin' Rubik's Cube from the 80s. It's impossible. It's probably one of the most difficult things.
Yeah, we all have the tools in our drawers, but you drink, you get horny. You smoke weed, you get horny. And then yeah, you could go hook up with some guy, but then you really want the connection because it's so much better. And even sober sex is so much better.
Hour or so into the date, he put his hand on my thigh and started rubbing my thigh.
Smooth operator, Big Sarge is a true gentleman.
Yo!
Every move he makes, he's got constant streaks on lock.
Yo, fams, what is happening? Listen, I am Big Sarge the Gentleman, Mr. O.M.G. That stands for the Older Military Gentleman. Tell a friend to tell a friend, the gentleman is back at it again. Smash that subscribe button with nothing else left to say.
Okay, women, I know I'm not alone in this because here I am, 54 years old, single, right?
Hey, 54 years old, single, sexual frustration. All right. Let's get into it.
And yeah, we all have the tools in our drawers, but you drink, you get horny. You smoke weed, you get horny. And then yeah, you could go hook up with...
Yo, do we hear the cat? Maybe this lady is a cat lady. That might be the problem. All right, let's let her go.
Some guy, but then you really want the connection because it's so much better. And even sober sex is so much better than being drunk. And it's like, it's like we're just screwed. And I just hate that we can't just be like, I know some women can, and more power to you women that can. And I wish I could just go pick up a guy and get laid and have it just be great. And yeah, see ya. Or find a great friends with benefits that just doesn't stress you out and doesn't want more than what you can give, but is a friend and it's cool.
Maintenance man season is in. Gents, get your tool belts. Get ready to pull out the hammer because it's time to go start nailing.
God damn it. I hate being single at 54 sometimes.
It's Friday night and I have nothing to do. Single. My kids are all grown, out of the house. 3 of them live out of state. 1 of them lives here, but I just spent the evening with them last night with my son and my grandkids and had fun with that. But tonight it's Friday and I want to do something. Backstory, I dated a guy for 7.5 years, and during those years I neglected my friends and did not make new friends. I had hobbies, my running outside of this person I was seeing, but I did nothing outside of him. I would work, I would run, and then all my free time was with him. I mean, I would see, my grandkids here and there, but I didn't pursue any other friendships. I didn't go out. If we went out with his friends because the friends I did have did not like him. My family did not like him, and I made the choice to stay with him for 7.5 years. And now that I'm single, all those years I could have been making friendships and I didn't. When we went out with his friends. So now we're apart and he has his friends. And I have, the few friends I have. But all my friends are married. I'm single. When I go out with them, I'm third wheel. And the 2 couples that I hang out with the most are both out of state this weekend. Both. So I'm sitting in the parking lot here trying to figure out what to do on a Friday night. I can do anything by myself. I'm very comfortable doing anything by myself. I can go sit at a bar by myself. I can go sit at a restaurant by myself. I can go to a movie by myself. I don't like going to the movies, so I'm not going to do that. I don't want to I'm not out looking for someone. I just want something to do. And I mean, for future, I will possibly go on Meetup and try to find, women things to do. But I tend to be
completely different than most women. I'm super duper active in my trail community. I mean, I haven't been lately, and he kind of took me away from that a little bit too, but my choice. I did it. Can't blame him. But I have my trail community, but it's not a huge community, so I think the majority of people are married. I mean, I don't know where all the single women are.
Oh my God, so this was just hard to listen to. I wasn't gonna try to cut in, y'all. I was really trying to let this lady go all the way. So now, ma'am, 7.5 years, you guys didn't get married. That was your guy right there. So here's the problem right here. We're gonna be honest. You're confused on what it is you want and what it is you want to do. You want someone, but you don't want someone. You want friends, but you don't want friends. That's all we're saying. But now I'm gonna let you finish and continue.
Where are you?
Hi, good evening, all my grown ladies. So dating after 50 is much harder than I thought it was gonna be. There's so many obstacles. I'm not sure how to get around it.
53? Whoa. All right, so younger ladies, please pay attention. These ladies are letting you know what the demo is. So that way you can make smarter and wiser decisions before you get to this age.
Continue, do I don't know, seriously. Make plans with someone and then they cancel last minute, no advance notice. Guys still living at home with a wife, but they're separated. Yeah, right. Living at home with their mom. Unemployed due to COVID, of course. No transportation or ED. What's a girl to do? What's a girl to do?
Ma'am, it sounds like you have horrible picking in men. If this is all the men that you are running across, where are the established men, the men who are built, the men who have the means to take care of themselves? Oh, or are you just not their type?
Any advice, ladies, men?
I met a guy last night for a drink, and I hope I can get this in 3 minutes because there's a lot to unpack here. I'd only been talking to him maybe a day, if that, and he asked me if I was free last night, and I said yes, and he says,
yo, being single in your 50s, the way these ladies portray it, sounds miserable.
You want to meet me for a drink? I'm like, okay. He asked me where. I told him. And this seems to be the pattern lately for me, is where I start talking to somebody and by that night I'm meeting them. And I do like it this way. In the beginning, I kind of was on the fence about it, but I'm starting to see that there are benefits to doing it this way. So I met him for a drink. You know, honestly, I was really having a good time. The conversation was good. He was funny. He had a sense of humor. And I don't know, maybe an hour or so into the date, he put his hand on my thigh and starts rubbing my thigh. And I looked at him and I said, could you please take your hand off my thigh? He's like, oh my gosh, I am so sorry. He says, I'm a very touchy-feely type person. And when I'm, you know, having a good time and liking somebody, it's just a habit. And I looked at him and I said, it's a little presumptuous for you to assume that a woman's just going to be okay with you doing that.
Well, we can see she's not into, or like the other lady on this video, she's not trying to take it there right away, evidently. Because she has a touchy-feely guy. And the other lady was like, yo, listen, I'm trying to get some. Where he at? This lady's like, yo, I'm not trying to give you anything.
I wasn't being rude. I was just being firm. And he looks at me and he says, well, you don't have to be bitchy about it. And I was like, wow. I got up and this bar isn't very big. I didn't want to make a big scene, but I was not going to walk away from that without telling him how I felt. And I looked at him and I said, I am never going to have a man call me bitchy or a bitch because you're putting your hands on me. Thank you. Thank you for showing me exactly who you are as a person, so I do not waste one more minute on you. And he has a daughter. And I told him, I said, the day your daughter comes home and tells you that she's been in a situation like this, I hope then you will see how you make women feel. I threw $10 on the bar and walked out. As I was walking out, I realized that the whole bar had just heard that whole conversation. I mean, at that point, what am I going to do? I walked out. And I know there's going to be a lot of women that are going to come on this video and say, stop dating. What are you doing? Stop wasting your time. This is the way I look at it. Until it starts affecting me emotionally, where I start questioning my worth, my value, what's wrong with me, I will continue dating. And I don't put a lot of effort into this. If somebody messages me and they seem interesting, I'm going to meet them and see what happens. But in those in-between times where I'm not talking to anybody, I am just going to live my life and just keep doing the things I love and go be amazing.
So, gentlemen, are y'all meeting them like this? Wait, what am I missing here? So is this how it's going in 2025? You guys are just DMing women and women are just gladly accepting? Okay.
So when people say they're on the market at 53, I'm more likely on the clearance rack than anything else.
Yo, I love it. She said, I'm on the clearance rack. Ladies in the 50s. I know the guy's going to get me real quick. not on the clearance rack, but you're normally not a guy's top choice. Sarge, you simping? No, Sarge, you being a little Sarge the simp right now. Tell him what it is.
Hi everyone, here is part 1 of dating in your 50s. So it's probably one of the most difficult things I think going. Dating in your 50s on these, dating sites and apps is like trying to figure out the friggin' Rubik's Cube from the 80s. It's impossible. It's impossible and it's frustrating. And it's impossible. It's impossible and it's frustrating. And I just want to take the phone and slam it up against the wall. I don't get it. I don't understand why it's so hard to find somebody. Is it that everybody's completely broken? I don't want to go on a date and hear about, 3 hours of why your wife left you or why you left your wife. No. Ask me some questions. People sit there and they say nothing. How could you not have anything to say?
So, ma'am, let me go ahead and be honest with you. What you understand is at this older age, probably the men that you want aren't looking for you. Look for someone a little bit older than who you are. So that way you get to be the PYT. So that way you get to be the pretty young thing.
I'm meeting you for the first time and you've got nothing. I hear crickets. You should have 10 million questions to ask. Right off the bat. Done. Bye-bye. See you later. I'm an independent woman. I own my own business. I work hard.
Uh-oh, there we go. That's awesome. You own your own business. But what are you going to do for me? Do you like to do the things that I like a woman to do? Is the question.
I like to do fun things. I like kayaking. I like boating. I like to go paintballing. I've gone hatchet throwing. I've done Spartan races. I had a guy tell me once that because I did those things that I participated in extremely violent extracurricular activities. Are you serious? Are you serious? And what do you do for fun? I'll tell you what he did. He collected autographs. Nothing wrong with that. However, do not tell me that because I like to be active and do fun things, that those are extremely violent extracurricular activities. All right. So you know what?
Bam. It sounds like you just got to find an adrenaline junkie. Someone who you find attractive. Someone who finds you attractive. That like adrenaline junkie stuff. That's it.
All I'm saying is I am taking applications. Taking applications now. If you are single, if you're in the New Jersey area, and you like to do fun things, let me know. Let me know where you're all at, because they're certainly not on the dating apps, which I'm done with and deleting. All right. Have a great day.
Ma'am, taking applications? Oof. Maybe you need to be out there scouring. Listen, at this point, we're too old to have pride. You need to be out there looking for that man, uncovering rocks, climbing through trenches, on the mountains, taking applications. Ma'am, it is not that easy. You don't sit back and just let it happen. You have to be proactive. You have to go find. Welcome to Dating in Your 50s. Listen, it's 2020, 25, time to find you a vibe. And with that one right there, ladies and gents, have a great night. Until the next time, Big Sarge the Gentleman, I'm out of here. Peace, peace, and peace.
Stay with me, stay with me, stay with me.
Gentlemen, y'all keep asking me about the women of the military.
On today's Fit for the Day, I wanted to do something by wearing this tan.
Air Force women, top notch. When it comes to looks, we'll just say on looks factor.
And shirt.
Our females in the military, of course, our following on Instagram is going to go up just by going to work.
Some sketchy shit, doo-da, hope I get away with it, oh-da-doo-da-day.
Operator, Big Sarge is a true gentleman.
Yo!
Every move he makes, he's got constant streaks on lock.
Yo, fams, what is happening? Smash that subscribe button.
Stay with me, stay with me, stay with me.
On today's Fit for the Day, I wanted to do something by wearing this tan shirt.
Our females in the military, of course, our following on Instagram is going to go up just by going to work.
Some sketchy shit, doo-da, hope I get away with it, oh-da-doo-da-day.
Pretty early in the morning here, but what's going on TikTok?
Now listen, y'all asked for this and y'all got it. Women in the military, and what do they look like? I got you. Go ahead, James. Hit it.
Active duty military members. I don't know these women existed long ago when I was in. We're going to take a gander.
Ask you a question. What do you do when you're like on your period, but like on a mission or something?
Hey.
Rob the juice, don't tell him, make me a grill.
Just so y'all know, listen, these military women are no different than the women on the outside. What I mean by this is that if you like something, chances are it's probably in the military.
Young drilling.
Now listen, I don't know. Most civilians may not know what that is that she's wearing as far as that hat. That is a campaign hat, which means she's a drill sergeant. So she's the person who's supposed to yell at you, put fear into you, and make you run until you throw up. Do it look like this is what we're scared of? Let's go ahead.
Instructor here. Strange to me as an old guy. I don't
Sir, can't think.
like it. Let's keep going. Wow. All right.
Come on now. Y'all know what she putting out there for y'all. And if you don't, okay.
A dump truck. Yeah. Whoa.
So I have to be completely honest. When I went through basic training, none of my drill instructors looked like that. But then again, it was a different time. There was no social media and no one was sitting here acting for the camera. But let's see what else is going on.
Okay, what's the goal here? Is it OF career? What are we trying to do exactly? It's distraction. It's a workplace distraction. If I work with this young lady and I see this, my mind's going to be racing all the time.
He's funny. He said, my mind is going to be racing all the time. Sir, Mrs. Jameson, I'm pretty sure that's not the only thing that's going to be racing if you're working with her side by side. But go ahead.
That was my drill instructor. And I was I guess a man. Do they have female drill instructors teaching men now at Paris Island? I'm like, whoa, look at that dump truck there. What do I do with this information? Is he?
My guy said, look at that dump truck right there. I'm not even mad about that. Go ahead. We're listening.
Useful. Does it make it more, does it make us more lethal? Or does it make guys look at these videos and go, whoa, look at that hottie?
Now, I'm not going to lie to you all. I was stationed in Okinawa, Japan. I didn't see any Marines like this. Now, we're going to pay attention, but let me not say promise you, but I promise you, on the island, none were like this. None.
Side.
Nah, no, you guys are going to be like, Sarge, you're wrong for this. Listen, I didn't choose the videos. My God chose the videos. Now, I'm pretty sure this is more what you were looking for when you thought of military and military women. However, let's go ahead. Let's let her proceed.
You graduate Army basic training and have your phone in the bay for 5 weeks and didn't get caught. So she's got her phone. Thing.
She diesel. No need to even lie about it. She hitting that gym real nice and tight.
Wow.
We'll begin the curl-ups now. Ready? Begin.
Come on. All right, listen. We see that these ladies are doing it for the camera. Let's figure out what she's getting ready to do. Please, ma'am, proceed.
The hell are curl-ups? They're called pull-ups. Curl-ups. I just do not remember. Now, granted, I never trained with women when I was in the Marine Corps. So I'm old. I understand that. Even the women I saw, I don't remember them looking like this at all. Never. It's just...
He's correct. Listen, back in the 2000s, when I was on Okinawa, I promise you, it wasn't like this.
Let's keep going.
Up. Down. 1. Up.
Okay.
Down. 2. Up. Down. 3. Up.
Okay.
Down.
So we're not even gonna assault her. This is pretty impressive. I mean, I know she's only done 4 thus far, but however, it's all the way up and all the way down. Full extensions.
I picked these cargo pants because I thought it went really well with the tan shirt. But, of course, I had to add a belt.
Now, my gentlemen, I know you guys are like, Sarge, what is going on here? Are you sure this is military women? Listen, I'm a retired guy, so all I can tell you guys is, I guess that's what they do nowadays. I'm pretty sure my troops were not like this, but then again, at the same time, I wasn't on social media either, so let's pay attention, figure out what's going on.
So the belt actually makes it go really well. You know, it matches the shirt, matches the cargo pants. It just pulls it all together. And this is just...
Some of these people joining just to go on Instagram later and use their uniform and their whole get up here.
He didn't just say, they're joining so that way they have credibility to go on Instagram. That's funny.
I can't stop saying it. I don't remember women looking like this when I was a young fella in the Marine Corps or any branch at all. Never.
The foundation.
We're not going to lie. Marine Corps, of course not. Army, maybe not so much. Navy, so. Air Force, now you're going to say Sarge. You're just saying that because you're Air Force guy. No, I'm just saying that because trust and believe. Air Force women, top notch when it comes to looks. We'll just say on looks factor.
The outfit, you know, the pants, the belt, the tan t-shirt, it's all starting well. We're going to do a bun today because it's something I absolutely never do.
Okay.
And of course, we're going with the Nike socks. You're not supposed to do this, but this is what I do. Most important part of the fit is the shoes. So I
just breaking all kind of regulations. Hilarious.
Pick these, you know, it's classic. I've never worn them before. It's great. After I lace this up, I'm going to add these cute thingies called boot blousers. It really pulls the look together at the bottom and makes it look, you know, clean. And of course, I had to add a jacket to the look. You know, this really makes it solid, put together, kind of professional, but I feel like...
You got to love the young enlisted because in return... all I can say is you gotta love the young enlisted people.
Like it's still missing something. So I found these cute little accessories to add to my look.
And I see these women just on and on and on. I'm like, whoa.
That's when he said, whoa. Got like older people, man.
Drill down, are they real? I'm like trying to figure it out. Is it just a skit to go to OF, a paid site to see them, you know, play with instruments? No.
He said OF and instruments.
No, this is all real active duty.
And just to top off the look, we're gonna add a cute little hat, and this is the final look.
Gosh, man, it's so hard to look at this. I know you guys are like, Sarge, what are you talking about? This is amazing. No, man. Once you've been in and you understand the responsibility of being in, you don't want to see no one playing that uniform. Not at all.
The military, of course we're going to get stared at when we walk into the effect. Females in the military, of course people are going to say we're bear bunnies. Our females in the military, of course all the guys aren't getting bullied. Our females in the military, of course everyone's going to think we're sisters just because we hang out all the time. Our females in the military, of course we can never get the door of the Humvees open on our own. We're females in the military, of course we're going to bring our whole wardrobe on deployment and get made fun of for it. We're females in the military, of course all the men think we're incapable of doing anything on our own. We're females in the military, of course the whole entire base is going to know who we are.
Now
I'm not going to lie, listen, their recruiter did them dirty because I seen FS, which means security forces, which means these are lovely ladies of the Air Force. SF is our security forces, which is pretty much our base house, which means the fact that they are the grunts of the Air Force.
You like a deployment 10 in a garrison 3, you know what I'm saying? The risk, though.
My dude said a deployment 10, a garrison 3. Garrison means when you're back at home station.
And the risk is if you dump her, you know what you could say, you're burned. She said, well, I didn't, we had too much to drink. I don't remember. Next thing you know, you're kicked out, you're Leavenworth, some shit like that.
So in return, let me tell you, gentlemen, like this. When you're deployed, you're up under General Order Number 1, which means the fact that you will not go out there and do all kind of illicit things, mattress action, with any women while you're down there. Because if you do, you violate and you will be reduced in rank and sent back home. So trust and believe. You don't want that. Not at all.
That would be my concern. I shied pretty hard away from that when I was in the Marine Corps. Stayed away. One of them, I'll admit to one. But there was a strategic reason why. But otherwise, no way, man.
Military, of course we're always going to have self-care all over our hands and get clowned for it. Females in the military, of course we're always going to have our nails done and people ask where we got them on deployment.
Yeah.
Females in the military, of course we're always going to be laughing at everything.
So, unfortunately, no one cares if you're on your period or not. Which
you want to know, what do you do when you're on your period as a young lady? Sure, there's a mechanism. Maybe you can just stop them from having it, right? That word out.
Basically, at your duty station, not necessarily on a deployment or training, you might have some leeway with like, oh, I'm having a really bad day, or like crampy or something. Like, can I go to medical or?
That's enough of that. I can't do it.
Now, gentlemen, my question for you all is, are you guys more in line to looking to date military women? You've seen what they look like. Come on now. Go ahead and give these wonderful women of all the armed services a chance.
What do you expect the guy to spend on the first day?
At least $500. You gotta pay to get my hair done, my nails done, my feet done.
So let me ask you this. If he pays for all that, right, and the date doesn't go good, are you gonna refund him?
Hell no.
Aha! A trick! Okay, you want a guy. Oh, he need to be over 6 foot tall. Oh, he needs to make 6 figures. Oh, he need to do this.
Right. Well, and most of the type of men that they want, it's part of the 1%. Right?
Absolutely.
So it puts the dudes that are in the 1%, they just get to pick who they want.
She said 7 bands.
7 bands? 5 bands.
For what? That's how you know a never go on an expensive ass date talking about some 3,000, 7,000.
I mean, how can he do this to me? And then he just stand there like I'm nothing?
How do you know him? Who is he to you guys?
He's our boyfriend.
He's your boyfriend.
Yeah. We just moved out here like 2 months ago, and we met him like being out or whatever.
Name something that increase in value that's constantly get used.
How old are you?
34.
34? How many kids you got?
I got 3.
You got 3?
Yep.
How many baby daddies?
I have 3.
You told me about my Ferrari. You say, buy that Ferrari up, but put it up. I'm valuable. Oh, I'm this, I'm that. Huh? Tom Brady wants...
They know they worth. They know they worth.
Worth is what someone is willing to pay for something.
How many baby daddies?
2.
2? Okay. So you didn't think after the first one that you wanted to marry the next one?
Okay, don't worry. I'm going to give you what you came here for. Let's roll all them clips. The ones you want to see.
How old are you?
34.
34? How many kids you got?
I got 3.
You got 3?
Yep.
How many baby daddies?
I have 3.
You got 3 baby daddies. Okay.
I should have said 0. Because it's just me.
You gonna lie to the public?
I was out day drinking a couple months ago and hooked up with this guy. Ended up getting an STD.
First of all, you're stupid.
I went and got it cleared up, but I keep getting it back, which means I gave it to my husband and
Operator, Big Sarge is a true gentleman.
Yo!
Every move he makes, he's got constant streaks on lock.
Smash that subscribe button.
at 53, I'm more likely on the clearance rack than anything else.
God, I had a bit with eating it, right?
If you spit my mouth right now, you gonna have to leave this on me right though.
So y'all already seen the title, y'all already seen the thumbnail.
If you could give a single girl some dating advice, what would you say to her?
Just bang them all.
There are women, and I'm not, this is no disrespect, but no women in their 60s getting BBLs.
I'm 50 years old, and I don't see why I can't be with a man that is 40.
Need black men. We are the most educated demographic in this country right now. We have started more business than any demographic in this country right now. We're doing great.
As a woman, if you're married, single, whatever, if your man is not paying every bill in that house, do whatever you want. If you don't feel like you can help out with me and my kids, then we don't have anything to talk about.
Time. Block.
Yeah, we all have the tools in our drawers, but you drink, you get horny. You smoke weed, you get horny. And then yeah, you could go hook up with some guy, but then you really want the connection because it's so much better. And even sober sex is so much.
I'm an independent woman. I own my own business. I work hard. Dating in your 50s on these, dating sites and apps is like trying to figure out the friggin' Rubik's Cube from the 80s. It's impossible. It's probably one of the most difficult things.
An hour or so into the date, he put his hand on my thigh and started rubbing my thigh.
Come with me to go drop off my ex's Christmas present. I bought him a Christmas present a while back and it's too late to return it, so I'm just gonna take it to his house.
So I ghosted my boyfriend on New Year's Eve and I have not spoken to him since. Before I get into this, I just want to say that me and my boyfriend, we have been together for a year. Well, almost a year, 11 months, a year on February 2nd, we will have been together, okay?
He did text me, let me know that people have been sending him the video, and so he's seen it. So people are asking, has he seen the video? Yes, he's seen it. He says that he's been back in America since New Year's. I think he should be at work right now. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know anything. I think he should be at work right now, so I'm gonna go drop off his Christmas present, and hopefully he's not there. I'm gonna try to do this real quick because I don't.
Can I invite you back? Can you turn around for me? Can you turn around? Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Why am I being the same?
I'll explain everything in a moment.
You can just be by yourself then.
Never want to date you anyway.
Can't ask any of the male contacts and for money. Yes, it is time. Block. The wax lady, your hairstylist, your landlord, your phone bill. Payment method is not good morning.
If you don't feel like you can help out with me and my kids, then we don't have anything to talk about.
Aha! A trick! It's hard. It's hard for something to add value, to increase in value that constantly gets used. Listen to what I said, Ocho.
You know what's funny?
Name something that increase in value that's constantly get used. You told me about my Ferrari. You say, buy that Ferrari up, but put it up. I'm valuable. Oh, I'm this, I'm that. Huh? Tom Brady wants...
They know they worth. They know they worth.
Worth is what someone is willing to pay for something.
Oh, nigga.
See, you don't get to determine your worth if somebody's not paying for it. That's what women got to understand. You keep saying, are you buying yourself? Are you purchasing yourself? So where's the value? Mm-hmm. Value is something is only valuable if somebody will purchase it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so I think the thing is that they've convinced themselves they don't need a man until they need a man. And then you 20, now you 45, now you 50. Now your options are limited.
Right. Yeah. I don't think women understand that the options are limited, especially today, especially what they want. When you look at their expectations and what they expect and what they're looking for, it's very hard. It's very hard to
No, Ocho, it's not hard. But here's the thing. What you want gotta want you.
Oh.
See, that's the problem. Okay, you want a guy. Oh, he need to be over 6 foot tall. Oh, he needs to make 6 figures. Oh, he need to do this.
Right. Well, and most of the type of men that they want, it's part of the 1%.
Absolutely.
So it puts the dudes that are in the 1%, they just get to pick who they want.
Hi, good evening. I'm a grown ladies. So dating after 50 is much harder than I thought it was going to be. There's so many obstacles. I'm not sure how to get around it.
53? Whoa. All right, so younger ladies, please pay attention. These ladies are letting you know what the demo is. So that way you can make smarter and wiser decisions before you get to this age.
Continue, I don't know, seriously. Make plans with someone and then they cancel last minute, no advance notice. Guy still living at home with a wife, but they're separated. Yeah, right. Living at home with their mom. Unemployed due to COVID, of course. No transportation or ED. What's a girl to do? What's a girl to do?
Ma'am, it sounds like you have horrible picking in men. If this is all the men that you are running across, where are the establishment?
Any advice, ladies, men?
Well, the reason for me asking their past about the baby daddies because it lets me know where they're going in their future. If you didn't want to have a baby daddy for the second time, then that lets me know that you was uncareful.
I was out day drinking a couple months ago and hooked up with this guy. Ended up getting an STD. First of all, you're stupid. I went and got it cleared up, but I keep getting it back, which means I gave it to my husband. And
do you have that guy's number? Is there a way to contact him or no?
I don't have his number. I mean, if I see his face, I can recognize him, but...
Do you know how embarrassing this statement is that she just made? Pretty much the man who had to protect and provide for you had to jump through hoops to make you his wife, and you just go out there and just let anybody run inside you raw. You don't get a name, a number, or nothing.
Men sacrifice their happiness for marriage. Women sacrifice their marriage for their happiness. Men will get up every single day and never complain about having to go to work, never complain about sitting in traffic, never complaining about your nasty pot roast, never complaining. They will just live their lives. They shut up. They do what they got to do to put their family on their back, to hold it down in any way they can. And if men get married, it is not a fairy tale for them. They're not looking forward to this extravagant wedding. Men also know that their resources are no longer for them. They are for their family. They are not rushing to be with one woman. When a man gets married, he is sacrificing not only protecting himself, but he has to now protect a family. Men have to fight against their flesh, fight against their natural desires to be with multiple women.
Operator, Big Sarge is a true gentleman.
Yo!
Every move he makes, he's got constant streaks on lock.
Smash that subscribe button.
Okay, let's break down the saying. Men sacrifice their happiness for marriage. Women sacrifice their marriage for their happiness.
You know how real this is? Ask a lot of men this question and they will tell you all the time, it doesn't matter. My family first.
Because sis said that doesn't make sense.
Yes, it does.
So let me break it down because this is something that men are saying. And so maybe if I say it, it will kind of resonate a little bit more. I'm not going to hold you. A lot of times women, we only think about us and what we give up and what we sacrifice. I mean, men do this too, but in marriage, a lot of times we don't always consider what the men give up.
I think that's true for the most part, but I do think there are a group of women out there who know, but it's just not important to them. I'm pretty sure if you ask them, they'll be like,
I'm here to tell you right now. We don't care. Let me tell you, we don't care.
Now, this is going to sound crazy because our needs are different, but before y'all react, before y'all get triggered, before y'all just listen first and then comment.
Too late. I'm going to tell you like this. Anytime you tell most women about their feelings and then you put men into the situation, you're already going to lose. So you're going to be enemy number one.
Just then comment. When men get married, it is not a fairy tale for them. They're not looking forward to this extravagant wedding. They are not rushing to be with one woman. Now hear me.
Most men don't care about the wedding. We can go down to justice of the peace. If we want to get married, we just get married. The wedding is for the woman.
Now, a good man, a man that's God-fearing, does not mind giving up that part of himself to be with one woman. Most men, though, it is not their dream and their fantasy to be with one person the way it is for us. We don't need a slew of men. We don't need a roster. We don't need a bunch of people to make us feel good.
I would have agreed with that 20, 30, 40 years ago, but this new batch of women, I'm not sure about that.
Brother, I can perfectly agree with that. Because you see them on social media right now talking about their rosters, but they don't understand. They only get ran through.
Men are way more sexual than we are. We are content with one person. Men have to fight against their flesh, fight against their natural desires to be with multiple women. So that is a sacrifice they give up for the woman that they love. And I know somebody's going to be like, but they cheat. I'm not talking about them. I'm just saying in general. Just listen, y'all. Stay here, ladies, because I know how y'all get. Just wait a minute.
Too late. They already tearing you down, talking about you, talking about your husband, talking about your kids.
Also, when a man gets married, he is sacrificing not only protecting himself, but he has to now protect a family. If a cop, burglar, whatever comes to the door, like if anybody knocks at the door, my husband answers the door because he is the protector of this household. He does not expect me to get up in the middle of the night or get up when the doorbell rings to make sure that the household is protected. That is his job. So a man knows when I sign up to be a husband, I am now her protection and my children's protection.
And she hit that one right there on the head. And that is what a lot of new age women don't understand. When that man protects you, he doesn't protect you. He protects his whole household, even from things you can't see, because he is a man and he is trained to see certain things.
Men also know that their resources are no longer for them. They are for their family. However, good men do not mind because that's what makes them feel good as men. However, it is a huge investment in the man. They're investing their time, their loyalty. They're going against their nature to be with one woman, love one woman, take care of a family because they love. When they're loved properly, when they know that woman has their back and that she's loyal, they don't mind making that sacrifice. They don't mind denying the things that they want, the good ones. They don't mind denying the things that they want to make sure that their family is straight.
The majority of that is absolutely true. That's why they say men suffer in silence. Who we telling our feelings to? Nobody. Get out there and get the job done. That's how we've always been trained to be as men. It's not about what we want. It's about what the family needs and what they want.
That's why back in the day, granddaddy, even men today though, men will sacrifice, get up every single day and never complain about having to go to work, never complain about sitting in traffic, never complaining about your nasty pot roast, never complaining. They will just live their lives. They shut up. They do what they got to do to put their family on their back, to hold it down in any way they can. The good ones, not saying men are perfect. I'm just saying that's what they sacrifice.
And I know there are women out there who ignored all of that. And the only reason they're still watching the video is they're looking forward to hearing what the women sacrifice.
Of course they did. And see, here's the problem. This is the breakdown. They've never seen many men in their life, or they come from a dysfunctional family where men aren't around, so they don't understand the man's role in the household.
Women, we make sacrifices, right? We bear the children, we hold down the home, but it's equal exchange. The difference is men don't really complain about their sacrifices. And until the women who say that, well, I do everything, sis, that's the marriage you signed up for. No tea, no shade. No tea, no shade. Y'all got to work that out.
Pretty much, she just said, you're a horrible picker. Don't worry about what we do over here.
So when men say women will sacrifice their marriage for their happiness, when women say, you know what? I've been with this man for 12 years. We have kids together. We built this home together. We have a life together. But right now, this marriage is not serving me. And I need to go outside this marriage. I need to break up my home. I need to break up my family to go be happy. Men don't understand that crap because that man ain't been happy for a while, but he sucked it up and kept doing what he needed to do for his family.
Listen very carefully, ladies. She is absolutely right. A man will sit there and stay day after day, year after year to make sure that his family is good to go. But the old heads, they're like, listen, this is just the season. We'll get through this rough patch.
And then you'll have other women go, yeah, girl, your happiness is over your children's happiness. Your happiness is over the heartbreak that's going to cause to your husband. Your happiness is over everything. You see how crazy that sounds? Very selfish. So no, you don't care that your children will have to go back and forth between different homes. No, you won't care about how that is going to hurt your husband because he might be very stoic and not show it, but he still has feelings, especially if he was a good man, especially if he denied people and his feelings and the stuff that he wanted to do for you. And just for you to turn around and be like, I'm unhappy.
That's why my new wolves, my new men out there, they're not playing by old school rules no more. They are sitting here, they are looking at the playbook. They are saying, if the women want to do this, guess what? Two can play this game. And if y'all want to be out, we'll do the same thing. So now the changing of the guard has happened.
And then when we go out into the world and we realize fat meat ain't greasy and the grass ain't greener and the dating pool is, then we get mad. Then it's men's problem. Then it's men's fault. And other men are sitting there looking at you like we could have told you that, because what they know that we do not is that every man is not going to love you the way your husband loves you. Yes, I know you think you're great. Yes, I know that you are beautiful and your booty is plump and all this other stuff. But men know that they only really love a few women in their lives. They will sleep with a lot of women. They will give attention to a lot of women. But the love down, it's only about 2 or 3.
Congratulations. If you leave your husband and you come back out here on this dating market, you will be mattress food. You will be fed to many of men's mattresses. You will think about that man who sacrificed and who did all these crazy, amazing things to show you that you were somebody, not just a lay down.
So when a man decides, hey, I want you, I love you enough to marry you, I love you enough to protect you, provide, whatever, again, the good ones, because somebody gonna be in the comments, the good ones. Other men are bewildered and bamboozled that you couldn't sacrifice just a little uncomfortability, a little unhappiness, a little just to get through that season, because what they know that we don't is our emotions don't last forever. Men are not emotional like we are. They know how to thug it out through their emotions to get to the other side. Now, I'm not saying that any of this is easy. I'm not saying that every marriage is going to be perfect and you ain't going to have your issues and you ain't going to have your ups and downs. But if you get married in your 20s and your 30s and you plan to be with this person for the rest of your life and you don't think you ain't gonna have a few years of hard or misery or whatever, you don't think that you ain't gonna have to go through something. Again, I'm not talking about cheating because somebody's gonna be like, cheating. I'm not talking about that. But we as women have to understand that sometimes our happiness is our job. Sometimes it's not our marriage. It's going to get a hobby. Sometimes it ain't got nothing to do with your family or why you ain't unhappy. Sometimes it's your hormones. Sometimes you just need to get a life, girl. Sometimes you need new friends. Sometimes you might just need a vacation. So I am not the guru to marriage, but I had to break that down because sis didn't understand what I was talking about.
It was a very good breakdown, and you now are considered a pick-me. But I'm going to tell you like this, more than likely, it fell on a lot of deaf ears.
Men say it to each other all the time and it clicks. So hopefully with that explanation, I know somebody's going to miss somebody. It's okay. Hopefully with that explanation, you understand what they mean. Why men sacrifice their happiness for their marriage and women sacrifice their marriages for their happiness. Don't let it be used.
It's hard. It's hard for something to add value, to increase in value that constantly gets used. Listen to what I said, Ocho.
You know what's funny?
Name something that increases in value that's constantly get used. You told me about my Ferrari. You say, buy that Ferrari up, but put it up. I'm valuable. Oh, I'm this, I'm that. Huh? Tom Brady wants.
They know they worth. They know they worth.
Worth is what someone is willing to pay for something.
Oh, nigga.
See, you don't get to determine your worth if somebody's not paying for it. That's what women got to understand. You keep saying, are you buying yourself? Are you purchasing yourself? So where's the value? Mm-hmm. Value is only valuable if somebody will purchase it. Mm. Yeah. And so I think the thing is that they've convinced themselves they don't need a man until they need a man. And then you 20, now you 45, now you 50. Now your options are limited.
Right. Yeah. I don't think women understand that the options are limited, especially today, especially for what they want. When you look at their expectations and what they expect and what they're looking for, it's very hard. It's very hard to get.
Ocho, it's not hard. But here's the thing. What you want gotta want you.
Oh.
See, that's the problem. Okay, you want a guy. Oh, he need to be over 6 foot tall. Oh, he needs to make 6 figures. Oh, he need to do this.
Right. Well, and most of the type of men that they want, it's part of the 1%. Right?
Absolutely.
So it puts the dudes that are in the 1%. They just get to pick who they want.
Operator, Big Sarge is a true gentleman.
Yo!
Every move he makes, he's got constant streaks on lock.
Yo, fams, what is happening? Listen, I am BigSargeTheGentleman, Mr. O.M.G. That stands for the older military gentleman. Tell a friend to tell a friend. The gentleman's back at it again. Smash that subscribe button. Listen, you see the title, you see the thumbnail. Hey, yo, do we have a new Kevin Samuels? I need y'all to watch this video, pay attention, and let me know what you think. This will be part 1. With nothing else left to say.
Ocho, a woman posted a very interesting video this week. Let's take a look at it.
So there's a stat on Facebook, and basically it says men are not obsessed with women like they used to be. Y'all don't find that kind of weird? And to be honest, no, I don't find that kind of weird. So it seems to me like a lot of y'all are now starting to realize that you're either losing value or have lost value from chasing attention. And now that's something that y'all got to deal with, and y'all can't face that fact.
Oh, wait, time out one more time. All right, go ahead. Y'all got it.
Ocho?
Uh-huh.
Agree, disagree, slightly agree?
I mean, it varies. It depends. You know, I think men are a little bit more now focused on just themselves, you know, focus on.
Watch Chad trying to go ahead and be very political with it, but we'll listen.
On work, get into the bag, and allowing the woman to be the last choice of importance, as opposed to how it was before. You know, chasing the woman, chasing, applying pressure, doing all that. And most of the time, what you have to understand too, is women put up such a front with the chasing and applying pressure, as if there's something that's so different about them as opposed to anyone else that you could deal with. But then when you actually get a hold and you get to learn that individual and you're allowed access, you come to find out, well, goddamn, I've been doing all this chasing for this. But
wait, time out. Did he just crack the code and said, ladies, the cooter ain't worth the chase? I know you like Sarge, the cooter. What you talking about? Hey, listen. I was one of my dudes in the Air Force's word. So we're going to run with it today. The cooter ain't worth it. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Okay, let's go. Finish it up.
You ain't no different than nobody else. It's all the same. You know, at the end of the day, I think men's focal point has changed from chasing women to more focusing on themselves, work, family, if that comes into play. And it's just different now. It's just different now, especially in today's era where we have a lot more women that are in, I hate using the word alpha positions, but.
Woof, 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 woof. All right, listen. Let him keep going now. Let him cook. If he's cooking, let's let him cook.
They are the men now. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I think the thing is, Ocho.
Women are the men.
They a lot of women. But see, when you keep saying, I don't need a man, then you convince yourself. And then you want to be masculine because you think you can talk to them. At the end of the day, that's still a man. And I'm not saying, look, I'm old and know how my grandmother and how I saw everybody raised. See, these women today, they talk about, I want to be treated like my mom and my great grandma got to treat, but y'all don't behave like that.
Wait, time out. Let's hit him with this one right here.
You have disgraced yourself and you must be punished.
Y'all already know I'm hitting y'all with them coming to America jabs today. Come on, Shannon. Let's figure out what else you talking about. Go ahead.
Y'all ain't cooking. Y'all ain't cooking no meal every day. When my grandfather got home at lunch, meal on the table. He got home at dinner, meal on the table. He ate first.
Now listen, here's the problem, right? Let's be honest. Certain ladies don't know how to cook anymore. I mean, you have everything from air fryers to meal programs to just anything to make it simple. But the issue is, nowadays, the man is not worth learning to cook for in some ladies' eyes. And you're absolutely right. Back in the old days, that's how it used to be. The woman enjoyed cooking for her man, enjoyed making sure her man's plate was on the table when he got home. Go ahead, let's finish up.
It wasn't no arguing back and forth. When my grandfather said they can, they did. When he said they couldn't, they couldn't. But y'all, I'm gonna do me. Okay, well, do you. I don't have to be a part of it. Yeah. And so I think the thing is that they've convinced themselves they don't need a man until they need a man. And then you 20, now you 45, now you 50.
45, 50, still out here on the prowl. Come on, ladies, listen to me very carefully. If you above a certain age, let's be honest, it's nothing but the wolves out here looking for you. I mean, don't get me wrong. Wait a minute. Now there are some gentlemanly figures out there that are looking for you. But chances are you don't want them. When you see the wolves coming, that's who you're looking for. But you just don't understand that they're wolves even when they tell you that they're wolves. Come on now, let's go.
Now your options are limited.
Right. Yeah. I don't think women understand that the options are limited, especially today, especially for what they want. When you look at their expectations and what they expect and what they're looking for, it's very hard. It's very hard to get.
Ocho, it's not hard. But here's the thing. What you want gotta want you.
Oh.
See, that's the problem. Okay, you want a guy. Oh, he need to be over 6 foot tall. Oh, he needs to make 6 figures. Oh, he need to do this. Right. Well, every time you throw out something that he needs to be, you a percentage, 15, 20%. So now you down to 5%. That 5% of the man that you want, that's over 6 foot tall, that has a nice body, that makes 6 figure, that's well to do.
Guess what he gonna say every time? So in return, he's never going to have a problem.
Does he want you?
Damn.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth.
You can't handle the truth. Here it is right here. Come on. Let's finish up now.
And most of the type of men that they want, it's part of the 1%. Right?
Absolutely.
So it puts the dudes that are in the 1%, they just get to pick who they want.
It's hard. It's hard for something to add value, to increase in value.
Wait a second. Here we go. Now, once again, listen. I believe that we all should definitely enjoy saying whatever it is we want to say. But at the same time, 1 second now. We always got to make sure we give props where props is due. So with this, Mr. Sharp, please go ahead and say it. I know you didn't name drop, and I get why you didn't name drop. Because if you would have name dropped, they'd have took your podcast off. All the ladies would have called in. You wouldn't have been able to be on ESPN or nothing like that. I get it. But go ahead. We're listening.
That constantly gets used. Listen to what I said, Ocho.
You know what's funny?
Name something that increases in value that's constantly get used. You told me about my Ferrari. You say, buy that Ferrari up, but put it up. A bottle of wine. Philippe Rothschild, Petrus, Camus.
Right. 1942.
They ain't drinking it. I'm just saying.
Wait a minute. I don't even think the chat heard you. Do me a favor. Say, man, let me get my motherfucking pen and paper. Because that, man, hold on. You're going to have to bring that to me again. Hold on. You think I'm not going to use that? Hold on. Because I'm going to have to use that. I'm going to use that at Sunday service. Boy, you just dropped the gym right there. And I don't even think the chat was paying attention.
Yeah, because everything, Ocho, I want somebody at least 6 foot tall. I want somebody at least 200 pounds. I want somebody that make at least 6 figures. I want somebody that go to church. I want somebody that like to travel. So you name 6 things that you like. Okay, you find that guy, but he's only probably in the 1%. So that 1% of the men that you're looking for, is he looking for the 15 to 20% of the women that's looking for him?
Wait, time out. So you've underestimated the fact that it's 10 to 15% of women looking for him. Come on now. Now, I get it. You're famous. You make millions of dollars a year. And you're not out here beating the street like most folks. But it's the other way around. It's the 80% of women, almost 90% of women, that are looking for this man. But I'm going to let you go for it now. Go ahead. You got it.
So now if he's not. So now. I'm valuable. I'm this, I'm that. Huh? Tom Brady wants.
They know they worth. They know they worth.
Worth is what someone is willing to pay for something.
There it is again. Come on now. We keep striking gold. And when I say this is no disrespect to Mr. Sharp, because he's doing his thing. But at the same time, we understand what we've heard these before. We're listening.
Nigga.
Tom Brady can list his house for $150 million. But I guarantee you, after 6 months, over a year, that house ain't sold. I guarantee you he dropped the price.
Okay.
So now, if somebody comes in and says to Tom, he want $150 million, I give you $100 million cash. Okay, I take it. That's what the house was worth. See, you don't get to determine your worth if somebody's not paying for it.
Hold on. Oh my God. Oh my God. All right, let's go.
That's what women got to understand. You keep saying, are you buying yourself? Are you purchasing yourself? So where's the value? Value is only valuable if somebody will purchase it. I want $600,000 for this tube of lip therapy. It's worth $7. They got to stop this notion talking about, I know my worth, I know my worth. Your worth is what someone is willing to pay for it.
Now you're going to have to watch yourself. You better learn to tread lightly. You got a lot of money out here, Mr. Sharp. What I mean by this is, the more you talk like this, the more your lady audience is going to not enjoy you as much, because what you're saying is very, very honest. And we've heard someone else say these same things, and they wish death upon that man when he died, and then some. So I'm going to tell you, if you like your woman audience, you're going to come back and you're going to say less, even though it's honest. But honesty won't get you the money that you're making today. Let's continue.
That's what worth is. Look up the dictionary. Look up worth in the dictionary. As a matter of fact, I'm going to Google it.
I don't want y'all to do that. Do it my damn self.
Well, you pray. Hey, but you preaching today? You what? What?
Listen, y'all seen part 1 of the video. Y'all let me know, do or does what Ocho and Kevin, I almost said Kevin. See, you know I'm slipping. Does Ocho and Mr. Sharp, does their conversation sound familiar? Listen, it's 2020, 25, time to find you a vibe. And with that one right there, ladies and gents, have a great night. Until the next time, Big Sarge the Gentleman, I'm out of here. Peace, peace, and peace.
Inside, trash piled up, poop everywhere.
Kind of reminds me of the commercials you see where animals are living in very deplorable conditions. We'll kind of take that times 10.
Who spent their entire time at the home watching TV and then playing video games.
The kids said that their mother left them there since at least 2021.
They had difficulty walking because their toenails were so long.
A despicable discovery, and the Shade Room is digging. Her Facebook post has got people on social media on 10. What mother leaves her young kids alone in the house for 4 years?
Do a welfare check because he had not heard from the mother since December.
We went to the house to check on what was going on there and had no idea that there were kids there, let alone kids in grave situation.
Their 34-year-old mother arrested and being held at the Oakland County Jail.
And it's just so sad and unfortunate that there's some women out there that are trying to take their sides. They're projecting, in my personal opinion, saying that we don't know what mothers go through. And bro, people are parents. They do not give up on their children at all for nothing. And I don't understand how you can even try to side with a person who leaves their children at home alone like this.
The children taken to an area hospital and are now in the care of a family member.
We showed up at the house. The young boy did have communication with the mom and said the police were there, and she said hide. When we took the kids out of the house, they had difficulty walking because their toenails were so long. They hadn't had any grooming. Incredibly disheveled and unkempt. Of the commercials you see where animals are living in very deplorable conditions. We'll kind of take that times 10. And that's what the kids were living in 4 years.
It doesn't get lower than this.
Smooth operator, Big Sarge is a true gentleman.
Yo!
Every move he makes, he's got constant streaks on lock.
Smash that subscribe button with nothing else left to say.
It was Valentine's Day, a day to celebrate love, but it turned into a day of horror. In Pontiac, Michigan, which is a suburb of Detroit, it was horror that a 15-year-old boy, a 13-year-old girl, and a 12-year-old girl had been living for years.
Also, we are being told that the mother had not spoken to the two girls that were in there for years, but she would go and actually speak to the son from time to time. The kids.
This was their normal. We're blurring out some parts, but you can see the bathroom overtaken by trash, mold, and feces. The girls, they slept on pizza boxes.
Now, I always say this when it comes to women treating their daughters certain ways. It's a form of jealousy. They really don't like the children because they can have a certain spirit, a certain spark, a certain level of happiness, joy. Even through all of the stuff that they're being put through, they still smile. They still do certain things that drives them crazy.
They had not seen the light of day since about 2020 or 2021.
Everybody's upset about it, like, oh my God, this is right in our neighborhood.
Apparently, this woman, her landlord, stopped getting rent and hearing from her, so he called 911 for a welfare check.
See, this is the part where I must be the bad guy. I promise you I must be the bad guy, because there is no way that no one knew about these kids being alone like this forever. Now, gentlemen, I get it. Y'all getting ready to be upset with me on this one right here. Where is the father? I don't care what anyone says. You can be upset at me all you want. But listen, as I said in my other videos before, it takes two to make one. It takes two to raise one. There are 3 kids in there. And if they all have the same father, there's one father that should have known about this. And then don't let them each have their own father. I know you like Sarge. No, Sarge, nothing. Stop letting these women and raise it by themselves. This is your legacy we're talking about. This is half you. Understand.
Literally, I found out about this on my way into work this afternoon, and there are no words. This is absolutely horrific. This is by far, I think, one of the worst stories we've ever covered here at Fox 2. And I'm going to warn everybody out there that the details are very
If you think about the ads you see on TV to spur donations for animals that have been abused or are living in terrible conditions, multiply that by 10.
Oh, the story of an abandonment. Investigators say 3 kids were living in a condo on Lydia Lane in Pontiac for years, alone in horrific conditions.
There was garbage, trash piled 3 and 4 feet high, covered with all through the house. It doesn't look like the toilet or the bathtub had been usable or workable for quite some time, primarily because of the and trash. I don't think they had basic hygiene knowledge of what to do. They hadn't been given hygiene products for years, toothbrushes, etc.
A 15-year-old boy and 2 girls ages 12 and 13 in the house of horror since at least 2021, according to the Oakland County Sheriff's Office. Their mother or someone else would leave prepared food on the porch once a week.
They had basically been locked in the house without any kind of guidance or basic hygiene or any kind of education for years.
The kids were discovered Friday. The landlord called police and asked them to do a welfare check because he had not heard from the mother since December.
We went to the house to check on what was going on there and had no idea that there were kids there, let alone kids in grave situation.
Their 34-year-old mother arrested and being held at the Oakland County Jail. The children taken to an area hospital and are now in the care of a family member.
We showed up at the house. The young boy did have communication with the mom and said the police were there and she said hide. When we took the kids out of the house, they had difficulty walking because their toenails were so long. They hadn't had any grooming. Incredibly disheveled and unkempt, hair very matted, filthy.
Authorities trying to figure out how this went on for so long without anyone knowing about it.
It's pretty heartbreaking that the kids would have to live under those conditions. People just kind of get in their car and go. With another of my neighbors, we were just talking today, and she said to me, she said, look at all this snow. I don't see anybody out helping each other, shovel each other's snow. So I think people are just kind of just doing their own thing now, just kind of going in their places and closing the doors.
Still just so incredibly hard to believe that these kids were in this condo for so many years, never seeing the sunlight, never trying to leave. They were apparently spending their time watching TV and playing games, not in school. We know that they had been enrolled in Pontiac schools years ago, but what happened? Why did they fall through the cracks? And it just, I mean, it's mind-boggling. The girls that we talked about, ages 12 and 13, the sheriff said they were sleeping on pizza boxes, old pizzas. A lot more to come on this story, but just absolutely heartbreaking. Reporting live, Camila Mary, Fox 2 News.
Real talk. Yeah, heartbreaking doesn't even begin to describe it. It's deplorable, it's despicable, it's disgusting, and I think it's really poignant what this woman said at the end of your piece, that people maybe aren't paying attention to the sheriff address, anything in that realm, that folks need to maybe think a little more about what's happening next door and speak up if they see anything suspicious. So something like this doesn't have to go on for so long.
Yeah, speak up. I believe in there for sure. Speak up.
Yeah, I talked to another neighbor, and she'd only lived there since September, and she said she'd never heard anything, saw anything, smell anything. Those condos are so close together, but I think that, it makes us pause and just think how busy we all are in our own lives, but maybe we need to think if we never see anyone coming and going, and maybe if we see, people did see that food being dropped off at that porch, that maybe we need to start asking more questions and start figuring out what's going on if something doesn't seem right. But, why these kids were basically, they were locked in there for at least 4 years. I mean, like you said, this story it's hard to wrap your head around.
Now, just a few days ago, Oakland County Sheriff's deputies came to this house behind me, which is on Lydia Lane, to do a welfare check on a woman. But when they got inside, they didn't find her, but they did find her 3 kids who have been abandoned and living in deplorable conditions.
Everybody's upset about it, like, oh my God, this is right in our neighborhood. How could something like this happen?
Pontiac resident Emma Gross lives a few streets over from the home where the kids were found. The Oakland County Sheriff's Office says the house was covered in piles of trash as high as 4 feet in some rooms. There was even mold and human throughout the house.
It's pretty heartbreaking that the kids would have to live under those conditions.
Sheriff Michael Bouchard tells me a 15-year-old boy and his 2 sisters, ages 12 and 13, hadn't been outside the home in years and were surviving off of weekly drop-offs of prepared food.
It kind of reminds me of the commercials you see where animals are living in very deplorable conditions. We'll kind of take that times 10. And that's what the kids were living in for years.
The boy told deputies that his mother abandoned them back in either 2020 or 2021. Deputies were recently called because the landlord of the home asked for them to do a welfare check.
The landlord said he hadn't seen her for some time. And I think, as our detectives mentioned, that hadn't paid her rent going back to October.
The kid's mother was arrested on Friday, and Bouchard says she had been living somewhere else in Pontiac. The kids hadn't been in school since they were abandoned.
Well, that's going to be a very long process to figure this all out. Not just how they are, both mentally and physically, but how did this ever happen? To have these kids fall through the cracks on so many levels with relatives, the community, and with schools.
Have you ever seen anything like this before?
I've seen, child in other situations where they're living in bad places, but not to this level and not for this extended duration.
The mother will be facing criminal charges, and in the meantime, her kids are now staying with a relative.
Well, the pictures are hard to look at. Police in Pontiac say 3 children were found living alone in deplorable conditions after discovering their mother had abandoned them for years. Our Victor Williams is following the story for us tonight. Victor, we're learning that mother has been arrested. What else can you tell us?
Yeah, that's right. The mother has been arrested, Pam, but we're told that these kids were actually inside of this house for years, at least since 2021. This is the house behind me that has that orange sticker right there on the window, but we're told these kids were only 12, 13, and 15. Now, authorities, they said that the mom would drop off food from time to time, but she's a 34-year-old woman that's now being held at the Oakland County Jail with the case now being turned over to the prosecutor for review. We are expecting charges to come in the next few days or so, but the only reason authorities ever stepped in the first place was because the landlord actually called 911. He contacted deputies after not hearing from the mother since about December, and that's what started this welfare check. Take a look at some of this video from inside of the place.
I can't show some of this stuff.
It's just so unsanitary that evidence techs, they have to wear hazmat suits in order to investigate. Now we're talking about piles of garbage in rooms as high as 4 feet tall, human feces overflowing in the toilet, and then also the bathtubs. Apparently they were living on that food that people would bring nearby. Even also strangers would sometimes bring that food up to.
Our first focus is in trying to make sure these kids get what they need to begin the process of moving forward. The second very important part of this is how did the 3 kids fall through the cracks so terribly? How did the community, relatives, the schools, no one knew to reach out to us? How did that happen? And so that's going to be a big part of what I've already directed our investigations to figure out.
Now, while all of this was going on inside of the house, we're told that they ended up finding the mother at a different location. And so we're going to have more on what residents living nearby they have to say about this. That's coming up at 11 p.m. Back to where it was before.
Hard to imagine. Thank you, Vic.
So you mean to tell me it's been 3 to 4 years and the father ain't never seen him? I know you sound like Sarge. Whoa, you saying ain't? I am. The father hasn't seen them in 4 years? So now we're going to do twofold on this one right here. 1, either you got pregnant by a bum or you're a bad picker. 2, the father didn't care enough to want to care enough about his kids. 3, both of y'all need to be locked up on this one right here. I know you're like, Sarge, hold on, man. We talking about the mom here. I get that aspect right there. But as I always say, gentlemen, if you know this kid is yours, do everything in your power to take care of this kid. If you know this kid is yours, DNA tested and all, do everything in your power to make sure you get as much time with this kid as she gets. I don't care if you got to go to court and you got to sue for 50-50. I don't care if you got to go to court and you got to put her on child support. Listen, this kid needs to be around you as much as he is around her, or they are around her, because you need to be able to put everything into that kid also. This kid does not need to be a one-way of just the mother. That's why women can't have kids by themselves. That is why it takes a man and a woman to produce a kid. So as I'm going to always say, that is why it takes a man and a woman to raise a kid they have produced.
Hot girl summer. Summer is coming. Yes. Are you for or against having a hot girl summer, meaning dating around? No attachments, just doing you. No attachments? Wowzers.
Wowzers.
I mean, I'm single and ready to mingle, so I'm for it. You're for a hot girl summer. I'm for a hot summer. What are you looking
Smooth operator, Big Sarge is a true gentleman.
Yo!
Every move he makes, he's got constant streaks on.
Fams, what is happening? It is I, your guy, BigSargeTheGentleman. Listen, tell a friend to tell a friend the gentleman's back at it again. Real quick, do all the YouTube stuff, like, comment, share, subscribe, all the other good stuff. Videos from Falset Media. Now, mind you, I make sure to link his information and his down below, because we remixed the video, we stripped out his commentary, because I want to make sure to have my commentary and put my little spin on the video, though. But he's going to be co-starring down below with me on side videos. We look at this video of the one Vivica A. Fox. Now let's see what she has going on. With nothing else left to say, let's bring up that video and let's go ahead and enjoy the gentleman. All right.
for at this stage, this point? A partner. Yeah.
say a partner, I want someone that's going to be fun.
Yeah.
That's not intimidated by who and what I am.
Yeah.
That likes to travel.
Yeah.
Going to let me go shopping.
I feel like you just
Wow.
spoken into existence.
I hope so, girlfriend.
I feel like you
So
just
you got, and I'm taking applications.
Oh,
So
you
if
know,
got a friend.
okay.
We'll be all. And I don't discriminate. He can be. I'm not against different nationalities. You know that too.
They almost didn't even know what to say. They were just looking at her like, we have nothing for you. What do you mean by this? Let's continue.
Are you delusional? Do you suffer from a mental illness?
Getting back together with Mr. Curtis Jackson if he can. Instead.
Well, Ben and Jen did it again. Why not? And still to this day, will always, like, he was the love of my life. I will admit that without any reservations. He didn't have to get no enhancement. He good.
It seems like he got Big D energy.
He does. That's why he act a fool all over the internet.
What's up? Look in the comments and shit like that.
Hold on, 50. See, that's crazy. Now you got to think. You run around saying all this, and every man that comes to meet you or date you or one day possibly marry you, it's got to see you talking about one of your ex talking about something, Big D this and Big D that. Don't no man want that. Shh, be quiet. Stop telling us all about your love life.
And the girls will be like, oh, you must have something. You must have like this. Look, first of all, not after 14 years. No, not after 14 years. Okay, because if a nigga showed up, told me, you had some bomb, man. 14 years? You be done called the police on the nigga. Called your brothers and told your brothers to jump the nigga. Told your man, go on downstairs. He downstairs. I don't know what he's doing down there. All of this shit for no reason. You would have been into all of this crazy shit, but the girls act like it ain't nothing when they do some shit like that. But if a guy do something like that, come on, you know what time it is. You were looking like something wrong with him, right? After 14 years?
Kirk, you got a big birthday coming up. I do.
By the way,
I do.
me too, girl.
Right. Sexy 60.
I mean, have you guys looked at the way Vivica looks these days? Every time you see her, it look like she done sucked on a bag of lemons. Now, I remember back in the 90s when Vivica was hot. Fine. But Vivica, but so many women like Vivica A. Fox fall into a broadcast where I said, women have already met their guy, and they blew it. I mean, think about when you see Fox Soul, Vivica Fox, Claudia Johnson, and y'all feel me, and Lisa Ray. Don't y'all see a bunch of old women and be like, y'all are 40 and 50 years old. Fatality. Y'all should have been somebody's grandma by now. Almost somebody's grandma.
That's right.
Y'all might even be the same sign. Are you a Leo?
Yes, I am. I'm a Leo. What's your birthday? It's night, July 30th.
Let's go.
Shut up, Vivica Fox. I'm about tired of seeing your twisted up mouth everywhere. Every time you come on camera, your face is twisted up.
So tell me what 60, what your birthday, what that feels like as you approach it.
Oh, I usually go to Jamaica every year because my brother Marvin is born on the same day.
Oh.
But this year, no, it's actually fun. Oh no, we party. Oh yeah, we do a whole weekend in New York, in Jamaica usually, and have a great time. I'm coming back. My treat to myself is to come back for the U.S. Open again, and hopefully Coco wins again.
How does 60 feel on you?
Well, my knees. I'm not gonna lie, my knees some days be like, okay, let's go get
Shouldn't
some
give you much pleasure, don't you think?
Something, but I'm so comfortable in the skin. I'm
You could tell, by the way. You're also, talk about what else you're wanting. Are you dating?
Yeah.
How's it going?
I'm wanting to date. It's limited resources out there, right?
I hope this is teaching folks a lesson about the karma that you put out, the negativity that you put out in the world.
Because I'm not getting on an app.
You're just not.
I'm old fashioned. I'm like, I need to meet you and sparks happen and stuff like that. Because I just believe people make up stories saying who and what they are.
Exactly. So at this stage, this point,
a partner. Yeah. And when I say a partner, I want someone that's going to be fun.
Yeah.
That's not intimidated by who and what I am. That likes to travel.
Yeah.
Going to let me go shopping.
Shut up, Vivica Fox.
I feel like you just spoken into existence.
I hope so, girlfriend.
I feel like you
So you got, and I'm taking applications.
Oh, you know,
got a friend.
okay,
Okay, we'll be all. Well, I don't discriminate. He can be. I'm not against different nationalities. You know that too.
Hold on. For y'all.
She's your queen.
You all.
A queen to be forever.
All right, come on now. Let's get back to the video.
Vivica's gonna stick around and stand down the wall. We got some hot topics coming up.
Come on now, crazy.
And since she plays a judge in her new film and not another church movie, we thought it'd be kind of fun to have her put on a robe and weigh in on some trending topics. I'm gonna give you a topic, and then you're gonna just have to give us your ruling. Are you for it? Are you against it? Okay. The first one. First up. Hot girl summer. Summer is coming. Are you for or against having a hot girl summer, meaning dating around, no attachments, just do it?
First of all, let's be completely honest. We need to be somewhere baking some cookies, somewhere with some grandkids, having a good time. Not hot girl summers, not senior citizen hot girl summers. Come on. Please answer this question the right way. But of course, you already know how she answered this question.
You.
For no attachments? Wowzers, that sounds fun. I mean, I'm single and ready to mingle, so I'm for it. Or for.
You have disgraced yourself, and you must be punished.
For a hot summer. You're going to be hitting 60 in the summer. Me too. It's going to be hot. Y'all need to do a joint birthday party. Let's
I'll tell you when I come to New York.
I'll do this. All right, here we go. This is the next one. Finding love on reality TV. Okay. Now, you know, there have been a lot of these bachelor couples who've split up, including the last. Do you think it's possible to find love on a reality show? Are you for or against that?
I'm open to it because I think the only way, we got to get out there. My biggest problem is that I'm too picky, but we got to get out there.
Hold on. Too picky. Senior citizens. Too picky. I love it.
She will give you much pleasure, don't you think?
Of course she will. Listen, when you seasoned, you know the game. But go ahead, Vivica. Tell us some more.
And date and explore, try new horizons. So I'm for it.
All right, let's go. You just said earlier you really figured out how to be happy alone.
I have.
Like that's the first step.
Yes, I've had seasons of shedding. I was sharing that with you. So I don't have a problem. I'm all for a solo vacation.
I love it.
But somewhere warm, though.
Yes, I agree.
Come back with the tan.
Okay, last topic is ghosting. Online dating is very popular, and ghosting has become a trend. So ghosting is just like, instead of breaking up with somebody,
you just disappear. Yeah, it's happened.
Disappear. Is that ever okay with you?
It's mean, to be honest with you, but I have done it. I'm guilty as charged.
Come on now.
So I've done it just because I didn't want to hurt their feelings, and I really didn't know how to say, I'm so not feeling you, and I don't want you in my
space.
I don't want you here. So ghosting, guilty as charged.
Oh my God! Statements that he said was that if you're over 38 and you haven't married or something like that, then you're no good and disposable. To me, he was a shock jock. And, you know, I hope this is teaching folks a lesson about the karma that you put out, the negativity that you put out in the world, that when karma comes knocking at your door, she might not be so kind. So, you know, the fact that he killed over real quick and was supposedly with a woman that we don't yet know the nationality.
What you give him, bro? You can't keep a man. One of your biggest regrets is you never had a kid. You never turned out a plus size. See, I got problems with women like you, thinking that you talk as though you're someone to be appeased. Shut up, Biblical Fox. I'm about tired of seeing your twisted up mouth everywhere. Every time you come on camera, your face is twisted up. We get it. You're a smart, sassy, strong black woman. Do you have another gear? Do you have another character? You've been playing the same character for the last 30 years. We get it.
Okay, so there we have it. That's the video. So now real quick, my commentary for those who stuck around for this part right here. Listen, ladies, please, and I say this with the utmost respect, don't wait till you're a senior citizen to get someone. Now, we're going to be completely honest. No one is saying when you get to almost the end of life that you can't get someone. But the difference is when you're younger, possibly, you're able to get someone who you can grow old with, not be old with. Vivica Fox is a senior citizen now. I know some of you guys can be like, well, I still drink her bath water. You nasty mo. Listen, you guys like that, she doesn't want you. She's not giving you a chance. So stop all that. Literally, stop all that. She doesn't want you. Or she would have had you already. So to my ladies, please understand the fact that you don't want to get to this stage of life and still be looking for someone. Make choices. Make them early. Make good choices. And it's okay. Listen, it is quite okay that if you choose someone and they're not equal to everything it is you have, I get it, hypergamy and all this other stuff. And listen, stop it. Stop. Find someone you can do life with. That's it. Because congratulations, once you get all the money, all the glitz, all the glamour, all of that, it means absolutely nothing if, my key word is if, you want to have someone present in your life that you love, that loves you back, that cares for you and cares for you back. Because my younger ladies, let Vivica Fox either be a lesson or if she's not a lesson, let her be what you aspire to be. 60 years old and still looking for somebody. Your person. Miss Vivica Fox, I do hope you meet somebody. I do. No one should have to do this entire thing called life alone. Some will. And some will always have someone that cares for them, that makes sure they're good to go, that doesn't care how much money it is that they make, because money is not what we're worried about here. Like I said, ma'am, may you have, that's crazy. I did say ma'am. She's old enough to be my mom's friend. That's the madness about it. She's old enough to be friends with my mom. That's crazy. Because Vivica Fox in the 90s, man, you know, she was like her last name, a Fox. But I digressed. So hopefully you find somebody. I'm just going to be honest with you. And leave Mr. Jackson alone. He already said what it is he does and doesn't want. And ma'am, it's not you. Listen, it's 2024 and we'll be single no more. And with that one right there, ladies and gents, have a great night. Until the next time, Big Sarge the Gentleman, I'm out of here. Peace, peace, and peace.